Hi, preparatory stage. Today it will be a reading topic on as a part of our summer course. But before I will go to our lesson today, I would like to say don't forget to make share, like, subscribe to my channel, send you new videos. Let's go to our lesson today. First of all, before I will read you the text that we write it that we listen to me and write it by yourself. I would like to remind you, as every session, that I talk about respective and protective. Okay, we know in this unit, in this video, the previous video, talk about the respective skills and protective skills, and we know that what is respective and what is protective. Let's repeat what we told before to remind you by what I told before. Respective skills. What is respective skills? The ability to understand and process spoken and written language. So here we have respective skills, listening and reading. So irrespective, it will be listening and reading. Today I will read you a text. Then after that, you select this one of these topics. Then we do what? Writing. So this is called protective. So here is the protective. Here is respective. You respect these topics from me. Then the protective, that you listen and write it by yourself. This is called protective. What is protective skills? Let's learn it together. To produce language expressing thoughts, ideas, and information. So I read the topic, and you can express the thought by writing by yourself. You can understand and write by yourself. This is called protective skills by speaking and writing. As we told you before, that the writing paragraph or writing a paragraph depends on understanding the lesson. Not any teacher can make you keep the paragraph. The paragraph can keeping. Paragraph depend on understanding and writing by yourself. So we must have good vocab. We must read a lot. You must understand. You must listen. So by these ways we can take more expressions and vocabularies, and we have enrich your vocab, and you can write by yourself in the exam. So the paragraph depends on reading and listening. So you must read and listen to enrich your vocab and enrich your language, okay, and improve your language, okay. This is important grade preparatory, okay. And I would like to give you an advice. Today, in this period, we are in summer vacation. You can access to any YouTubes that have listening programs, or videos, or videos of any topics that you learn to listening and understand this topics, to be able to write by yourself and to improve your language and to have knowledge, okay, to have knowledge. Let's go to our lesson today. Let's go to our lesson today. Today we have some paragraphs. I will read it to you, and after that I will leave you the question below this video to select any of these paragraphs that I read it and write it by yourself. I don't say write this paragraph or write that paragraph. You can select any of these paragraphs that I read it and then write it by yourself. And I would like to send to me on the channel to know how to write, okay? Let's go to the topics today. The first topic we have here in this video: how to learn in an eco-friendly way. I think I have a video about ecotourism. I make a video about this topic on the channel. You can return and revise what we know in this video. Okay, here is how to learn in an eco-friendly way. We can learn in eco-friendly way by making small changes. We can, and ecotourism is one of the eco-friendly, okay? Ecotourism is one of the types of eco-friendly. We can use bikes, or use public transport to get to school to reduce pollution. The translation is inside the sentence. Okay, you can, if you don't know any word in English, it's translated behind the sentence in Arabic. Okay, I can't. I would like to say that I can't speak any Arabic word in my video. Okay, you know that, must know that. We can walk, use bikes, or use public transport to get to school to reduce pollution. We can choose eco-friendly study materials like recycled notebooks and pens made from sustainable materials. We can take notes on a computer or tablet instead of using notebooks to reduce paper. We can study during the daylight hours and turn off lights and devices when not is used to save energy. By making these simple changes, we can help protect our planet. Learning something new. Let's know this one. I think it's an interesting topic. Learning something new, okay? Last week, I learned how to ride a bike. At first, I was usually scared to get on the bike because I thought I would fall. However, the help of my older brother, I started practicing in a quiet park. It was hard to balance and cycle at the same time. My brother was patient and encouraged me to keep trying. After a few days to practice, I could ride the bike slowly. I felt amazing to achieve this goal. So anyone want to achieve something, or to want to success in anything, so must do effort to achieve what they want, to achieve his goal, or achieve his aim. Okay, I'm so proud of myself. I advise young people not to give up on their dreams and ask for help to learn new things. So this is the value from this topic. Okay, let's go to another topic here. What helps us to learn? Here are some suggestions to help you learn. When you read a text, it's useful to underline new words or highlight them. So when we highlight it and we put it and underline it, you can look up in the dictionary. Okay, you can remind yourself of tricky spelling words by linking them to other words. For example, to remember the difference between desert and dessert. There is a difference between the two words, like desert and dessert. Desert is the meaning, and dessert is another meaning. Okay, desert is related to food. Desert is related to the place without having water or plant or anything. Okay, this is the difference between desert and dessert. You can tell yourself that dessert has S letters, so it reminds you of sweet strawberry, like this that I told you. Sweet strawberry begins with 2 letters, like the word dessert. Let's go to another item here, another topic. Tips for learning new vocab. So here's this is an advice to know how to learn a new vocab. To remember the words that you learned before, you should practice every day. You should sleep enough. In fact, people who get enough sleep can remember better than those who don't. Make notes in the class. Notes help you to remember new vocab. So writing notes or writing the things that we learned is important for both students and for teachers. Why? Because because teachers, we must learning every day and know everything new. Okay, and all of us learn new. If we are students, we learn to grow up, or to improve ourselves in education, and as a teachers, we know to have more and more information to teach well for the students. Okay, both need learning and need to learn more and more. Okay, students and teachers both. Use a dictionary to check the meaning of words you don't know. Let's go to another topic here. Today, our English lesson was about the brain. It's a very important part in our body. It helps us think, feel, and move. Our brain controls everything we do. Different parts of the brain work together to help us do different things, like speaking, moving, and remembering. Our brains have a habit of telling us that things we agree are facts. Let's go to another item here or another topic. Helping out. I recently volunteered at a local animal volunteer program. I helped clean the monkey enclosure, feed the animals, and play the cats and dogs. I helped make a cleaner and happier environment for the animals. I learned the importance of helping others and joy of giving back to the community. It was truly amazing experience. I will volunteer again next year. What do you think if it do you like it? Let's go to another one. A problem in my community. Every community has some problems. One of the problems of my community is there aren't many facilities for children and adults. There aren't enough places for exercising, relaxing, hanging out, and having fun. The main reason is the construction of new buildings is in one spaces. For example, they built an apartment building instead of the local park. It was very frustrating, very frustrating. We can work together to solve this problem. We can encourage the local leaders to assign land for building more parks and community centers. We should also keep these places clean to improve the quality of life. Let's go to another item here or another topic. An issue affects my city. I have a problem in my city. I just went to the basketball court and it was closed. There was a sign saying it isn't safe. Now there is nowhere to play basketball. I wanted to meet new friends, so I went to the local community center. It's really old and outdated and doesn't offer many activities for teens. The thing that bothers me is that people use their cars too much in the city and park their cars on the sidewalk. The impact of our city on the environment. Our city was a town back then. My mom could walk to the sea from her house. There were lots of green spaces and it looked so peaceful. Now there is hardly any open and left. The population has grown so much. There are apartment buildings from here to the sea. There aren't enough trees for the birds to live in. We need to slow down building houses and think more about the future of the environment, the importance of city planning. As the population grows and more people need to live in cities, planning helps down and cities plan carefully to make sure that all the new people have good place to live. Town and city planners must make sure that new homes are safe for community. City planning thinks carefully about the countryside. City planning is very important for small cities. By planning carefully, cities can become better places to live in and respect the countryside at the same time. Let's go to another topic here. Real friends. Real friends make life easy and give us a good time. They always share and support each other. Real friends don't just make plans, they keep them. Real friends make you feel happy and included. You can have fun with them. Real friends are always kind. They always care about you, while fake friends leave you feeling sad and alone. Let's go to another topic. Using social media for a good case. Okay, some of others use social media for making bad things. Okay, Social media has the power to do great things. Social media is a great tool to bring people together for a good cause. Our city needs more trees, but it doesn't have enough money to plant more. I post a message on social media to raise money and help plant them. My friends see the post and share it with their friends too. So soon, many people give money and others offer to help plant the trees. My project raises enough money to buy the trees, and the work is done. The park looks beautiful. How to stay in touch with friends? To keep in touch with a friend who moved away, you can send messages every day. Choose a time each week or month to talk online. Take pictures of things you see and share them. It's a fun way to show what's going on your life. Ask your parents if you can plan a visit. It's a good idea to find games you both like and play together online. This can help you love and have fun, even if you are not in the same place. My plan for next week. Dear Ali, here is the style of email. Dear Ali, how are you? I'm happy to write this email you. On Saturday morning, I plan to visit my grandparents with my parents. In afternoon, I'm going to the movie. So here we're saying what? We're talking about planning, okay? Because here we have the structure of I am going to is called present continuous tense, as we learned during the summer course, that the last unit of the last lesson of our summer course, which is tenses. We use the present continuous tense, expressing what preparatory. I would like to raise your voice. Present continuous tense expressing a future, as we know. In the afternoon, I'm going to the movie theater. I want to see the new action movie. What about going with me on Sunday? I'm getting a haircut at 3 o'clock. On Monday, I'm having dinner with my mom at 7 o'clock. What about you? Please send me your reply. The internet. Here we talk about the internet. I think all of us like the internet. The internet can have advantage as well as disadvantage. Okay, we have pros and cons. In instance of advantage and disadvantage. But advantage and disadvantage is more easier to know it. Okay, on one hand, it helps us learn new things, talk to friends, and do our work. We can watch videos and play games online. It also helps us get a lot of information when we do research for school or work. On the other hand, some people can be adapted to going online and spend most of the time on social media. I think sitting on social media all the time is wasting of time. You can do anything. We have many benefit things that we do. So I advise you as teenagers and the teenagers and the young people can't stand all the day on the social media, because not good to leave yourself on the social media all the time during the day. Okay, you must do benefit things like reading, reading books, doing activities and other things, not sitting on social media, because the social media, I think that social media wasting my time. Okay. It also has a lot of wrong information, so we should browse trusted websites. It's important to be careful and not share personal information, because people can hack your information. You should also be aware of fake news and only trust reliable sources. Let's go to another one here. Spending time online. Okay, this is related to the last topic. Okay. Spending time online, as we told you before, that you can't leave yourself all the time on social media, on the internet, or sitting on the internet. Spending time online has become a daily routine for many people. Waking up from when we wake up from the morning. Then we started to go on social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, and so on. So I think it's not good. This is not good. Okay, you must do many have many benefit other activities like reading, like doing activities like helping our mothers in we're having vacation and we're helping our mothers in home. Okay, all these and activities can do it instead of sitting all the day on the internet on social media. Spending time online has become a daily routine for many people. People can use the internet can use the internet for entertainment, education, and communication. I would like to say something preparatory stage. Before I married and leave my family home. I have neighbors in my home of my family. The neighbors, my neighbor in my building, have daughters. Two daughters. One is younger. One is older than me. And one is older than one is younger than me. Okay, both girls can help her mother in home, and the boy also helps her mother. Okay, helps her mother. So the three children helps her mother in home. Okay, so this meaning what? That we must make activities and leave the internet few times. Okay, don't all the time sitting on the internet. Okay, people can use the internet for entertainment, education, and communication. Many teenager children spend much of their time online. Research shows that some teenagers spend a huge amount of time looking at the screen every day. This huge amount of time doesn't include the time teenagers spend looking at screens when they do their homework. Many people like spending their time gaming. Gaming can be paid for our children. Children should do other activities. That is I told you. Do other activities like going out and playing sports with their friends. Okay, this is another activity that we can do. Let's go to another. I will leave this topic because I will talk about it. I go to another one. Digital habits. This week at school, we are talking about digital habits. I thought about how, when, and how often I use digital technology and realized that my digital habits are quite good. For example, I never watch videos or look at my phone for too long in the evening. I usually read a book in the hour before I go to bed. But I have one big digital habit. I sometimes look at other people's photos on social media and compare myself to them. Sometimes looking at these profiles makes me feel like I'm not good enough. I'm going to stop looking at other people's profiles and comparing myself to them from now on. I go to another item here. If I leave any of the topics, means I can't repeat it because I don't want to make the video longer. You can read it by yourself. Okay, I read some of them to help you to select any of these topics and write it about it. After I finish the video, I will leave you the question below the video to select one of these topics that I read it today, and then write it by yourself. Okay, make your mind and write it by yourself. And I think you have ideas. I would like to see your ideas. I would like to see what you understand, because I would like to know more about in your mind. Okay, to know more about your mind. Okay, so you must make your mind. You must you must make your mind. You must make an effort. Okay, because you can't take the knowledge with the spoon is wrong. You must make your mind. You must think. You must do effort to be able to do everything. Okay, making effort helps us to do anything. Okay, so must make effort to be to success. Okay, a city for the future will have new technology and smart buildings to make life easier. People will travel in electric cars, buses, and bikes. There will be lots of green spaces like parks and gardens for people to enjoy. The buildings will be tall and use clean energy. The city will be good for environment and with less pollution. People will live in comfortable homes and modern facilities. Schools and hospitals will have the best technology. The future city will stay clean and safe with good planning. It will be a wonderful place to live in. New cities in Egypt. Today, there are many plans to build new green cities in Egypt. The planners want these new cities to be small because that makes it easier for people to travel around them without driving cars. The streets of these new cities will be quiet and clean. No cars can go into the center of the cities, so you won't hear any noise from cars or breathe any dirty air. The new green cities will have many green spaces with grass, trees, and plants. Some of these green spaces will be community gardens. In the community garden, people can enjoy and grow different things. Tips of reducing carbon emissions. Okay, carbon emissions are very dangerous. Driving cars is one of the reasons for carbon emissions. Carbon emissions can cause many health problems. We should work hard to reduce these emissions. Electric vehicles are better for the environment than cars that use dirty fuel. Traveling by bike is good for the environment, but it can be dangerous on busy roads, so we should have bike lanes. We should have bike lanes. The town council should help people to organize carpooling. More carpooling means fewer cars. Here is talking about last vacation. I think I talk about this last video. Talk about the vacation. Last vacation, I went on Mars. I went on vacation to Marsa Matruh with my family. We stayed for a week in a beautiful beach house. Every morning we enjoyed delicious breakfast together. During the day we swam in the sea, built sand castles, and collected seashells. One day we went on a boat tour and saw dolphins jumping out of the water. In the evenings, we watched beautiful sunsets and had barbecues on the beach. Barbecues. Sorry, I had barbecues. I can't see it. Had barbecues on the beach. My favorite part of the vacation was spending time with my family and relaxing by the sea. It was a wonderful vacation, and I hope to go to Marsa Matruh again next year. This is visiting to pyramids. Let's read it together. Egypt is an amazing country. It has a lot of historical places, so many tourists like visiting Egypt to enjoy these historical places. Last year, I spent my vacation in Egypt. It was a wonderful vacation. We visited the pyramids in Giza. The guide told us a lot of interesting things about when they were built and what things were inside them. The only problem was the shuttle bus from the hotel. It was busy and we couldn't get on it. We took a taxi, which was quick and easy, so it wasn't a problem. It was an amazing experience. tourism and the planet. Let's read it together. Tourism and the planet. I think we talk. I have a video about ecotourism. You can return to the video and revise this video and of talking about ecotourism. We talk about it. Okay, so we can benefit from it, from this video. Many people enjoy traveling to different cities, but when people travel, it can cause problems. When tourists visit the same place at the same time, this can make famous places too busy and transportation can't work well. There are different ways that can help people travel as well as protecting the planet. Many professionals in the tourist industry think about ecotourism. That is that I talked about. Okay. I think we talked about this before, and I have a video. I can revise the video and know what we talk about the ecotourism and how ecotourism helps our environment to be clean. Okay, ecotourism, when they plan vacations, they do things like visiting places with the tourism is good for community. It's important to think about how visitors use natural resources. The visitors should choose the right materials. For example, it's not it's not a good idea to use single-use plastics as it's bad for the environment. When tourism is sustainable, people can continue visiting all the beautiful and interesting places in our world. I think now to benefit and understand these topics, I will leave you a question below the video to select any of these topics to write about it. I know that you are intelligent and you can write different kinds of ideas. I would like to know different kinds of your ideas, and I want to know how to think. I leave you that question, and I would like many replying of it. Okay, I hope now to benefit and enjoy our video today. Thanks a lot, and see you again. Goodbye.